Hello, you. I'm Yaz. Thanks so much for joining me today. And this is a short yoga stretch for leg day. Leg day is my favorite day at the gym, as I'm sure many of you can relate. And it's so important to stretch before you exercise and lift those heavy weights so that you can avoid any strains or any muscle tears or injuries. And then also so you can get your full range of motion so that you're getting the most out of each of these exercises that you're spending so much time and effort on. And so, with that being said, we'll get started. You can find a comfortable seat. We'll just do 3 deep breaths to start. And if you like, while we do these, you can close your eyes or lower your gaze. And you can take a deep inhale through your nose, filling your stomach and your chest with air. And exhale, sighing it out. And again, deep inhale through your nose. And exhale to sigh it out. Last one, big inhale through your nose. And exhale, sighing it out. And from here, we'll inhale both hands up nice and high. And exhale, we'll twist to the left. So you can rest your left hand behind you and place your right hand on the outside of your left knee. And I like to do spinal twists because when you lift, especially heavier weights, it can strain your lower back, especially if you aren't squeezing your core. So we're going to stretch our spines a bit here, and we'll inhale to come back up to the center, and exhale, twisting to the right this time. So right hand behind you, pulling a little bit if you can with your left hand on that knee. Just focusing on twisting your core here. Coming back to center again. Inhale, both hands up high. Exhale, we'll twist to the left again. Sitting up nice and tall. And inhale to center one last time. Exhale, twisting to the right. So feeling your spine and your core loosen up a bit here. Very important for leg day. Inhale, both hands back up to center. And exhale, we'll release them down. And I will turn to the side and we'll straighten both legs out in front. And so we'll inhale, both hands up nice and high, spine nice and long and straight. And exhale, and we'll come to a forward fold, but instead of rounding your spine here, we're going to keep it nice and straight. And so what that does is it puts more emphasis on stretching your hamstrings instead of rounding your chest down, because that doesn't really stretch your legs much there. So if you want, you can grab the outer edges of your feet, but remembering to keep your back nice and straight here, rolling your shoulders down so they're not up by your ears. Or if your feet are inaccessible today, you can just grab whatever part of your legs and gently pull yourself forward until you feel a nice stretch along the back of your legs. So it's really important to stretch your hamstrings, your calves when you're running, or if you're doing deadlifts, especially hip thrusts, anything that works the glutes in the back of the legs. And we'll inhale here and exhale. You can slowly roll yourself up, and we'll make our way to our hands and knees. Okay, so once you're on your hands and knees, we'll come to a tabletop position. So knees directly under your hips, wrists directly under your shoulders, and we'll do 3 rounds of cat and cow here. So as we inhale, we'll drop our belly, lift our gaze, arch our back. And exhale, bringing your chin to your chest, pushing through your hands to dome your spine. And moving with your breath here, inhaling, arch your back. And exhale, dome your spine. And again, those spinal movements are really important for when you're lifting heavy so you don't injure your back. And one last time, inhale to arch and lift your gaze. And exhale, pressing into your hands, arching your back. And we'll come to a neutral spine here. I'll scoot up a little bit more so I can have some space. This time, as we inhale, we'll straighten our right leg behind us. So tuck that right foot under and press back a little bit so you can get another good stretch along your calves and your hamstrings. And as we exhale, we'll bend and slide this knee up in between our hands, coming to pigeon pose. So resting down, keeping your hips square and your gaze forward here. You can rock from side to side a little. Hip openers are great for leg day since obviously you'll be using your legs a lot. You need your hips to be nice and mobile, especially for running. A few more seconds here. And imagine your breath going directly into your hips here so we can loosen them up. And inhale here. And exhale, we'll press through our hands to come back to both hands and knees. And we'll do the same on our left leg. So we'll inhale to extend the left leg straight behind with our toes tucked under, shifting our weight back into that straightened leg so that we can feel that stretch in our hamstrings and our calves. And exhale to slide that left knee up in between both hands, straightening out that back right leg to come to pigeon pose. And again, you want to make sure that you're nice and even on both hips so you're not leaning over to the left side. That's what our body might want to do, but you want to come right on top of both hips. And you should really feel this stretch along the front of your right hip. So again, just imagine each exhale going directly to your hips so we can loosen them up for leg day. A few more seconds here. And inhale here. And exhale, we'll press back into our hands. And this time we'll make our way to our stomachs. So slowly roll down to your stomach. And you can bring your left forearm in front. We'll rest our head here as we bring our right ankle towards us, bending our right leg. You can grab it with your right hand, grab your right ankle with your right hand. You can rest your forehead down on your left forearm as we stretch our quads here. So you should feel this stretch along the front of that right leg. The more you pull, the more you'll feel it. But again, just send your breath directly to that leg and try to relax your leg with each exhale so you can really get deep into that muscle. And inhale here. And exhale, you can let go of that right leg. So now we'll bring our right forearm in front to rest our forehead there. Bring that left ankle towards you and grab it with your left hand. And again, focus on sending your breath directly to the front of your left leg, your quads, which if you're doing squats today, any type of squat, you're definitely going to want to stretch your quads. A few more seconds here. And inhale here. And exhale. You can let go of that ankle. And we will press into our hands and knees. You can lift up to a downward dog very briefly, only so we can walk our feet up to our hands. So we're not even holding it. We're just transitioning. All right. And once you are standing, you can bring your feet to the width of your mat, and we'll point our toes slightly outwards. And from here, we're going to lower our hips down into a deep yogi squat. So only going as deep as what's comfortable for you. If you're able to come all the way down, of course, lower your hips down. And both heels might not be on the ground. That is okay. But if you're able to, you can bring your palms together so you can press your hips out some, only if it's comfortable. Otherwise, you can keep both hands on the ground. And I also like to shift my weight from side to side a little just so I can get into both hips nice and deeply. And inhale here. And exhale, you can place both hands on the mat and press your hips up, coming to a forward fold. And we'll slowly roll up. And from here, we'll inhale both hands up nice and high. Exhale, palms together and bring them to your forehead to remind yourself of positive, loving thoughts. You're going to have a great workout. That's what we're going to tell ourselves today. And we're going to bring our palms now to our lips to remind ourselves that we are to speak positive, loving words to ourselves. Again, we're going to kill this workout today. We're going to do our best. And we're going to bring our palms now to our heart center to remind ourselves that we are loved, we are purposed, we are filled with purpose, and we are capable of doing amazing things. And we're going to bow forward here. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today for this leg day yoga class. I also just launched my first guided journal. It is called 30 Days of Small Steps, which is great for you if you have any goals in mind that maybe feel daunting. Which are they really goals if they don't scare you a little bit? The link to my website for my journal is in the description, and the links to donate are in the next screen. Until next time, I am sending you peace and love, and go kill that workout. Bye.